Well, hello there everybody, welcome back to the channel right here on Port Royal Gaming and another edition of Retro Replay. Coming to you from the Port Royal Network Studios here in Far North Queensland. Thank you for making us part of your night. It is Nexus and joining me as always is Zion here in the studio, and we are continuing our Sonic Mania festivities. We have one more week to go, all counting down to the anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog. So Sonic birthday next week is what we're all building up to. So had a few games so far. So next week on the channel we're actually going to wrap it up here on Retro Replay. But that's next week. Let's talk about tonight, Zion. What are we doing here for Sonic Mania this week?
Yep. So last week, if you tuned in, we did Sonic R on the Sega Saturn. And I thought it only makes sense. If we did a Saturn game last week, let's step it up and go with the Dreamcast this week. And this game in particular, this is kind of the game that kind of got this thing kind of rolling, because it was, this is the game that I first sort of played and got me into the Sonic game slash franchise as a whole. Not this version in particular. I played the Xbox one first, but very shortly after I did that, I chased after a Dreamcast. If you go back to the channel, it's been probably, what, year and a half or something like that, that we actually unboxed our first Dreamcast. And shortly after that, we posted a video where we sort of just booted up this game just to check it out and try it. This is actually the exact same disc from that video. Different console, but this is also the exact same controller, so bit of a full circle kind of thing here tonight. We of course we have presented this game as a full playthrough over on our other add-on channel, Retro Replay 1-Up, but we did the Xbox Sonic Adventure DX port. We've not really done much else with the original Dreamcast version, so I thought why not just have a little explore around in it and check it out. So yeah.
Alright, we'll switch over to the game screen, so let's get into it, shall we?
Not sure if the mic will pick it up. It might. You might just hear the Dreamcast disk drive going ham. The noisy little beasts. Yeah, this is the first Sonic game that I've 100%ed. And of course, we're not really going to be doing like a playthrough or anything here, so I thought let's let the intro run, because of course the playthrough was done by me and LeBron, fellow editor here. So that was us doing it. I'm not sure if you ever caught the intro of this game, because it's a little nuts. If you don't know what game this is, you're not going to guess from until the logo shows up, I guess. Obviously this is like a 20-something-year-old game now, so it's not really spoilers to say, but this cutscene does kind of spoil the final boss of the game. But this opening like cinematic would have been already finished and created and everything by the time the Japanese version came out in 1998. So I think for 1998 CGI, this is pretty spectacular. Classic song too. This was like the first Sonic game that started the real like rock music trend that's basically stayed with it throughout the entire 2000s. Yeah, this is, while they sometimes do, sometimes don't, claim that Sonic 3D Blast on the Mega Drive was their first 3D game. That's bogus, because it's obviously this game. This is all 130 emblems in this. This is a 100% completed file that I've got here on my memory card. This is what we're going to be toying around with. Correct. So that's 33 hours. I think if you look at the Xbox version that I play, Xbox 360 port, there's probably another 30 something hours on that. And take into account the number of times I've played through this, I've probably got way more hours into it. Actually beating the game itself probably takes about 5 hours or so. I think that was around about the length our playthrough was. So yeah. Anyways, I've clicked the internet tab here. Not that we're connected to the internet. I don't think you can actually kind of get it going nowadays. But this Dreamcast was clearly previously owned by someone who was connecting to the internet at a time. So it does have this homepage here kind of just preloaded. But obviously you can't really do anything about it. You try to connect to the homepage. Get the cool internet sounds.
Phoning.
Yeah, telephoning. We ain't connected to the phone line. Exit the game. Thought I'd just show that briefly because it's probably one of the first games to have that. Some sort of internet functionality that connects you straight to a browser. Obviously there was some games did have online by that time in one form or another, but Dreamcast was sort of the first console to make that standard. But yeah, I figured maybe we'll just maybe play through Sonic's levels or something in this, because this game's got some really good levels for the first 3D Sonic game. I think they nailed it pretty well on the first go.
Select a character.
But yeah, this is the game where you can play as like 5 different characters to varying levels of fun.
Let's get him.
Station Square.
Adventure Field.
You'll notice the controller, if you can see it in the camera, will it'll display little images. It's got a little chow walking now, but during the menus it'll flash little pixel arts of all the characters, which is pretty cool. If you ever play through this game, you'll learn to have this song stuck in your head because it's just the overworld theme song. But I don't know, it's really good.
That's the thing. When you think of games and you think of the overworld theme, they're the ones that stick with you. Like this one, Hyrule Field.
Hyrule Field, Mario 64 Castle.
Yeah, just the little overworld themes that stick with you.
The cool thing about this is that you pretty much can access every level that's in the game, like just from the overworld, to just go and replay rather than doing it from the menu. So you can sort of run around the world still open. And Emerald Coast happens to be the first stage. I think the song for this level may have shown up during your music bracket.
Oh, the bracket.
So now you can kind of put a image to the sound. And yeah, it's beach.
Yeah, pretty sure it did. It did come up. I remember it. And it's exactly what I was picturing.
Shout out to I like the lens flare. But yeah,
that's gotta be innovative for the design.
Whereas, there are some glitches here and there in this game, especially in DX, or mainly in DX. There's a lot of glitches that just don't exist in this game that did in the ports because they just did a terrible job bringing them across for whatever reason. Like that little track I just ran down, it's very easy to clip through in DX, and a lot of people kind of just saw that and wrote the game off as being a glitchy mess. But the Dreamcast version was way better in terms of that. But here's the iconic scene. I think it was all over advertisements. I think it's on the back of the box even, possibly. Got it here. Whoa! Bro. That was very satisfying. All the rings kind of clumped up into one heap then. But yeah, this game, like, I don't know, I think they nailed the physics pretty well. Like, if you're running fast enough, you can sort of go up surfaces that are sloped. Kind of like this one here. Oops. The spin dash is real easy to use. It's practically abusable. They'd address it in the sequel by making it kind of harder to spam. But yeah, like for the first major 3D game, I have no problems at all with how it controls. It's no Mario 64, but I think it does a fine job. We get a track change. Oh wow, I missed that. No, we're going back. Some of these spots actually in levels I've never really stopped to look at, like this big waterfall area. I don't know, because I guess you're just running past it most of the time. There we go. Yes, the stuff like rolling does actually make you go like super fast on slopes. The actual physics are here. Something that a lot of fans will argue over to this day on how Sonic's physics should be in control and stuff. It's it can get messy, especially in places like Twitter.
Jump on panel number
Twitterverse, they can
It
be.
will take
Yeah, you don't want to be part of that conversation.
Jump as soon as you land on a panel or else you'll fall.
Even as soon as like Frontiers, the debates and stuff still go on. There's actually like mods people are creating for Frontiers to like give it the Sonic Adventure physics and stuff like that. Tails, what are you doing? So that was that classic level finish jingle. Whoa. Emerald Coast. Okay, fair enough. Fun fact, you can die in the hub world here. And I'm just gonna stand in here for a sec, because you might be familiar with the that little jingle that starts playing if you're about to drown or something in like Sonic 2, with like chemical plants or whatever, that second map. This has like a cool rendition of it in this game. Okay, we're getting out. Oh yeah, the cool thing about this game is because it's the overworld, you can just talk to all the NPCs, so... Chow. Ooh. Let's have a quick visit to the Chow Garden. Because there's a, I've got a particular Chow that I've raised. Because in order to 100% the game, you've actually got to raise a little Chow pet and have it complete like races for you and stuff, and I'll it's a bit of an insider joke here. I'll let you see what my Chow, who he is, I guess. Shout outs to that name. He has appeared on the channel like once in a blue moon. Whoa. Yeah, basically the way it works is whenever you destroy robots in like levels, like an animal will pop out of it, and you collect it, you bring it to the garden here, you give it to your Chow to absorb its abilities. So like, you know, penguins and seals and all that will have him be a better swimmer. There's like little kangaroos and other things like that that'll increase his speed and whatnot. So I've spent a fair bit of time raising this Chow in order to complete these races, because they can be, some of them can be challenging. But we'll do one just to sort of demonstrate how that goes. It's really weird, like, The Chow sections in these games just feel like completely separate games altogether. Like, they honestly could be standalone games.
Any game.
There's actually so much, ooh, the final race. Yeah, actually, we'll make him do the final race. Memory card. Oh, whoops, Station Square. There he is. There's actually so many variables that go into what you can change your Chow to. It's ridiculous. It's a bit over the top. But yeah, you basically how do I? There we go. Oh, where is he? Trying to change the camera. Alright, there he is. Run, you thing. Chasupi. Some of the names too that these Chow have. That's very close to Tsunami. Every now and then the Chow will kind of start glowing. You can like tap and it'll make him run real fast. But you can also do it to the other Chow, so you kind of got to be paying attention. Bro's sleeping! In the middle of a race! Wake the hell up. But he just like turned into like a... This looks like Mario Party or something.
Is there a really Sonic equivalent to Mario?
Funny you should say that. So there was 3 Sonic games on the Dreamcast, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, and this little game called Sonic Shuffle, which I think it was actually developed by Camelot, who I think is the crew that worked on the Mario Party games. And you just like look at the gameplay, it's like, oh, this is Mario Party. It's like everything from like the menus of selecting your characters and selecting the boards, and it's actually a pretty hard game to get a hold of. I've tried to get it on like eBay and stuff like that, and it's always just not there or wildly expensive. Oh, come on, Chow. He's not gotten the little glowies to speed up once, so this may be a close race. Oh, let's go. Don't fall asleep! No, please! Chapua. Alright, I think this is the moment of truth here, this end section. He's either gonna sink or swim. He's drowning. Why are you drowning? Where are we? Oh, we're right behind him though. He's gonna be close. Yes, something happened to green. No. Please, drown or something. Oh, you idiot! You couldn't get past him. Oh, let's go. We won! Cool. That was a whole 10 seconds slower than when I completed this the first time. And then just spits us out back here. Yes, that's basically what the Chow Garden entails. It's never come back after Sonic Adventure 2 for some weird reason. Apparently a lot of the people who sort of put it together and worked on it are no longer with Sega. That's just something we've heard. I don't think it's the actual reason, but you see it all the time. People beg for like, I don't know, make a Chow Garden mobile game or something like that, because it really is like almost a full game. Like it'd be perfectly suited to that format. It's just a crazily in-depth side game. Like I've heard stories of people spending more time in that than like the actual main game. Let's go to another area. The second map we have to catch the train to get to.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
But yeah, stuff changes, like I better get back to work, thanks for taking the train. There's little things that'll happen sort of as you play through the story, like and there'll be little side plots that develop amongst the NPCs that you won't know about unless you talk to them. Like at one point, all the train staff go on strike, and you actually can't take the train anywhere. There's a whole subplot about a guy who's dating a woman, and ends up cheating on her.
Oh.
And then the both of them find out, and the both of them just end up alone.
Well.
It's just yeah, random. I don't know why they exist, but it makes talking to all the random NPCs like worth it. Strange enough. But this is the second level in the game. Practically all the levels in the game are playable by Sonic. There's like only one level in particular that other characters can access that he can't, because it's just not a level in his story. Yeah, we'll see how we go. This is a great level. This one's real fun. A lot of high-speed sections. And this song too. Whoa. As we go up the twister. So the game, it came out in 1998 in Japan, but 1999 everywhere else around the world. I think if you look at 1998, you compare that to say like, so what else was coming around that time? Like Ocarina of Time, I guess, was probably a big one that came out that year. So the only thing I sort of wish this version had was I wish they could have got it sorted to have it running at 60 FPS. They got it stuck at 30. I think it was because they just couldn't quite get it running stably with the hardware, the new hardware. Because a game like Sonic Adventure 2 runs, it's all 60 FPS throughout. And it's weird, there's certain sections of this game that run in 60, but just not the actual main sort of gameplay. Nice. Yeah. So there's like, there's 10 levels in Sonic's story. We'll see if we can blast through all of them. I think the next level after this... I think that's the casino.
The train headed for Station Square will be departing soon.
Mystic Ruins song. I actually want to go this way. Another entrance to it. World 3 Casino. Casinopolis, I think is how it's pronounced. Different vibe in this this level. It's not a get to the end kind of stage. Very different objective here. All your rings in the vault. Try to save at least 400. At least tells you up front what you're trying to do here. You may have seen this one before. This is the we're playing pinball level. I think when was it? It was the Mega Drive night we played Sonic Spinball.
Yes.
So this is like a neat callback to that. And yeah, you basically just gotta. Oh damn! There is something cool that happens. Well, if you get more than 100, and then you run out of balls, you'll just it just kicks you back out into the lobby. Oh shoot! You can tilt the table too, actually, or is it? Yeah, you can. Influence the ball.
Yeah. Sure, many people in arcades have done that in their lifetime.
I really want to get it into the slot machine. Almost. What? Physics? That's fine. So what happens if you don't get 100 rings is it dumps you into the sewers. With this Showtimey jingle playing.
Some arcade machines thing.
Hey, there's tons of rings down here anyway, so it's like, it's actually a lot quicker just to go here than to play pinball to try and get all 400. Let's get that one. Alright, I've got to be careful here. Don't just go flying down. And those are why. Gonna build up a lightspeed dash. I don't know if the ring like lightspeed dash is in Sonic Colors. It's just like an ability that lets you glide across rings
Yeah, I remember
in a line.
doing that one.
It's a silly thing to point out, but this like texture here of the shadow from the light grate that's above my head, or the yeah, like the grate. If you play this in Sonic Adventure DX, the texture is so like messed up in the port that it just looks like it's like a grid. It's like black and white, and like just looks completely wrong. There's just so many things that they kind of couldn't port over correctly in DX, and the graphics definitely took a big hit. You can take a shower. Well, okay, we're almost at the amount of rings. I'm gonna get the rest in this machine over here, which is one of the coolest shout-outs, I guess. Whatever you want to call it. Fellow Sonic Team property. This is the closest we ever got to Nights on the Dreamcast, unfortunately. Like, I don't know how they didn't get it to work. Didn't find a way to make time for it. But then again, the Dreamcast lifespan is about 4 years, so there's probably a lot of things they wanted to do with it. getting 100 more. Was that 3 of a kind? Nice. Ten more to get, and then we're done with this level. Alright. Oh shoot, it took us to the night zone, or whatever the hell this is. There we go. Oh shit. This is just straight up the, I think the first level from the game.
Oh, there it is.
Nights is there. I'm just thinking if there's any other games that have like, what you would call like Easter, not Easter eggs. What would you even call this? It's not like a reference. It's practically a crossover.
Yeah, it's a crossover.
Any other games that have crossovers with like their other franchises that are so direct like this that it kind of begs the question: are they the same universe? Are they related? Yeah, now we can go deposit these rings
The comments will say Fortnite.
violently. And you have to do that so it lets you stand on these to get up there, because there's an invisible wall blocking you before 100 rings. Otherwise you could totally just glitch up there. But I just want to point out, you can see there's like a statue kind of starting there. It's got like the guides for the legs and stuff like that. You have to collect, oh gosh, how much is it? I think it's somewhere around 4,000 rings maybe, or something like that. And it creates a gigantic like golden Sonic statue.
Oh, that's cool.
I have done it before. It took me over an hour of just playing this goddamn pinball. But and you don't get anything for doing it, as I learned. I thought it was just yeah, I thought it was just neat to do. Actually, if you visit this level, Knuckles actually goes to this level within his story. If you actually go there, it's the statue's there, so I guess that canonically implies that Sonic hangs around the level enough to build a statue of himself. And you can destroy it as Knuckles too, so I think it just makes sense. That would make the next level up this way on Angel Island. And this one's gonna look this level's gonna look eerily similar to a certain scene in the second film that just came out last year. As you recall, what did they actually? It's been a minute since I watched a movie 2 for Sonic. They're looking for something in this like ice cave, but it's very very reminiscent of this.
Even if you're frozen,
Yeah, it's been a while since
They're following the map.
and you should be able to crack through.
I should know it. I've watched the movie like at least 4 times probably.
I just looked at some crossover games, but it's just giving them stuff like Marvel vs. Capcom,
Fortnite,
Mortal Kombat 11,
Smash
DLC,
Brothers.
Smash Bros was there. Final Fantasy 14, which has Dragon Quest Monster Hunter events.
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Mario Hoops 3-on-3.
Oh yeah, the Square Enix game. So they had some Final
Those
Fantasy characters.
Soul Calibur. Oh, yeah, Soul Calibur. And Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, dope. Actually, this like kind of inside section here that I'm at, I do get some. Do you remember the ice temple from The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask?
Yes.
I forget what it's. Oh, Snowhead Temple. I kind of get Snowhead vibes from this area. Oh, this song is nuts. Also, keep this area right here that we're in, this kind of big cliffside. Keep that in mind. We're in about like 2 minutes as we enter the Ocarina of Time ice cavern. I think every time we've come across one, we've always talked about the ice levels.
Yes.
We ought to do like a ranking or something of the best ice levels in video games.
I think, yeah, if there's a uwe-fufu out there of ice levels.
If there's not, we need to make one ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, that's... that could be on the cards.
It's an obscure enough topic, I think, that someone has to have looked into it. The best snow worlds / overworlds. Because, you know, every game's got to have one. And this is, well, this level itself, it's called Ice Cap. I think it's a direct, well, it just is like a reimagining of the Ice Cap zone from Sonic 3. Actually, I wouldn't even say reimagine. I guess it's technically supposed to be the same place. We're up here on Angel Island, where that game takes place.
Use the panel to jump. It may even help guide your way.
Thank you, voice. But yeah, so when we watched movie 2 at the cinemas, this was definitely what I was thinking when I was watching that part of the film, this like level, and it only just reassured that when this happened. Now, I'm not saying they needed to include movie music, but if they somehow got this into the movie, I'd have been very happy. Oh, damn. There we go. First time I played this section, I thought this was like cool as shit. And then like you do some of the bonus levels to 100% the game, and you realize it's a bit wonky. It's very surfaces are a little hard to stick to at times because of how it's kind of janky it is. Sometimes you just stick to every surface on the ground. And because of how jaggedy the floor is, it kind of whips you all over the place, but sometimes it just works. When it works, it's good. You know, we're getting bombed from above like it's the world's not enough on N64. Whoa. I guess you could count that as a snow level too.
Yeah.
I forgot the actual mission's called, but you're going down on the snowboard.
Yeah.
It's an on-rails shooter level.
I think is it called Cold Reception?
Yes.
Because I remember
You're
the
spot
line
on.
from the movie. prepared for a cold reception.
It's totally called that.
I don't know how that. Yeah, that just came to me. So.
Actually, if you're talking about snow levels, you cannot talk about Bond and snow level and talk about Surface from GoldenEye.
And I've got the music in my head. I mean, I just looked for some, but I can't find it, but I saw something that we might be doing. Ice Nine Keels.
Ice Spice vs Marvin Gaye, huh?
So no.
Truly the battle of the goats.
Otherwise, we're gonna make one.
What is it easy? Oh, you create quiz. It's just the button there.
Let's have a look at what we got to do here.
We never looked into this.
Might have to sign up. Or connect your wallet more. Hang on. Let's sign up using.
Don't tell me I have to like pay to do this. So that was level. Next level I think is. Twinkle Park. My name was not coming to me. Because you know some of these
The train headed for Station Square.
I think one that would be awesome is if we do our own either video, like whether it's an OST or just video games. We do one where we get a bunch of the team members here, and we all have to submit, say, like 4 or 5 things, and they all get thrown in, and we have to
Well, we
debate
sort of
'em.
did that. Oh, shit, I don't think we did, but when we did our top 10 or whatever,
Oh yeah.
that could be something we throw into the hat. Everybody just throws into the hat and see where it comes from.
Elevator.
Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. Anyway,
just-
we'll talk about this off air, but it looks pretty straightforward. You just drag the images there, but whatever you name the image becomes the title.
Image or links, maybe? Can you just drag links? Or like ones that are
Welcome to
videos
Twinkle Park.
or songs?
Choices. Yeah, image or video. It looks like a bit of effort, but I'm sure we'll put some time into that.
Here's a section of the game that is running 60 FPS constantly, and it's a racing racing segment. Since we're on a bit of a run here of racing games, well, this is not a racing game itself. Still pretty cool. There is actual mechanics to this. Let go of the accelerator, you turn real sharp. Woohoo! Goddamn voice. Can I beat my own time? It's, oh, yeah, nah. It's not looking too hot right now. That was a nice corner though. And I think this song is like a... This song's a rendition of Sonic's theme, is it not? It doesn't matter? That song? Yeah, it's gotta be. That's the chorus right now. I keep clipping onto this wall. Why? Look at my lap time. I'm getting destroyed by it. 10 seconds! How am I this bad? Alright, this is the lap. Oh, not if I did that. I'm gonna beat a lap time here. 4, 7, 7. Oh well. Go back to the hub world.
Welcome to Twinkle Park.
Stage 5, I was right. I should be right. The amount of times I've played through this game over the last year and a half.
You'll be able to ride the bumper car if you defeat the enemy driving it.
Alright, this is definitely one of the cool levels in the game. Because it's basically a giant theme park. Complete with, whatever this is, hovercar racing. That was close. I'll get ready for this. Yep, they're like, you know, Sonic goes off a little jump, and there's 4 of them in a row. Should we maybe put another sound bite in there? It's like, nah, we'll run with the one. This is the first game to actually feature a proper like voice actor for for the video game, so not for like the TV shows or anything like that, or the animated film. Ryan Drummond is the voice actor's name. I think he lasted until about 2004 before he got replaced. And now we're on a roller coaster. We're on a roller coaster and then we're bowling. Oh damn. So I guess in design, these levels it's pretty much standard kind of Sonic thing, get to the end of the level. But this game in particular, the levels are just a lot more, a lot less linear and a lot more exploration encouraging, which is something that the series kind of shifted away from as it kind of got on. And one of the bad things I hear about Sonic Forces, because I haven't actually played it yet, is that the level design is very bland. There's just a lot of straight corridors and automated kind of running sections. That exploration's kind of gone. So I mean, they had it right on the first go. Oh shoot. Sure I can make this jump. There we go. And the cool thing of like the physics in this game too, it's basically you can kind of just skip massive parts of the level just because of how fast the spin dashes and how high Sonic can jump with the speed using it. Yeah, that was Twinkle Park. Gosh, what is the next level? I'm gonna try remember to do them all in order.
Welcome to Twinkle Park.
And it's been however long it's been since we did the playthrough on the channel. I think it's probably a few months now. And the last time I played through the game before that was probably this save file now, where I went for all 100%. Thinking. It's not Speed Highway, is it? No, not off Twinkle Park. I think we're back off to the Mystic
train headed for the
Ruins.
Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
Oh, there was a movie we were watching recently. Actually, I'll hold on to that train of thought. I'll bring it back up when we get to something related to it, actually. Ooh. I just think that this is just a good looking game. Like, some of these locations are just really good looking for a 1998 game. The skybox is, I think, really pretty. It's got to be this level, I think. Red Mountain. Stage. So I might have skipped on. Who cares? Now this level has. It's not this song. Coming out, it's like probably one of my favorite level themes out of the entire goddamn franchise. I died! No, I didn't. Wow, why did you do that, Sonic? No! I think I hit a checkpoint anyways. There we go. Just use that spin dash to jump up there. See, honestly, if we hadn't already done a playthrough of this game on Retro Replay 1-Up, I might have recommended this game for you to play through for Sonic Mania as your kind of first game, but it'd be doing this game over again to death. And while the Sonic levels are good, to beat the game, you've got to beat every character, every story with every character, and I would not put you through that. Especially not Big the Cat, for those who know why that is.
Yeah, I don't think I was in studio.
So you're thinking I said you gotta climb and jump across these things here, but with the spin dash jump, you kind of just charge it up and jump, and you just get across like that. Oh, look at that! I've never noticed that there before. There's secrets in this game that I find even to this day when I'm just casually playing it, which is one of the things I like the most about it. But okay, hang on. This is the song. So first we think, is this Cypress Hill? What the hell's happening? What's the camera doing? Well, we don't want to get that. I'm just gonna stop the music. It's actually a long song too. Like, I'm pretty sure it's the full version that's playing in this level. It's for like 6 minutes or something, because there's so many just sections. This part. Yeah, right. These weird prisoner things. Oh no. Frame rate. How to get over here. Just when you think the song's doing one thing, it kind of just...
That sounds like the start of what Enzo Amore's entrance music. I don't know what instrument is at the very start of the song. So that little section sounded like.
Italian instrument, we'll refer to it as. Oh, these spiders.
Enzo Amore. Cass.
And you come out. I wonder if it's up to the part of the song. Hang on. There's like this cool riff that just comes out of nowhere. Toy around with the walk cycle. No, I think it's gone, but that's fine. Yes. I think the next level I'm going to be playing here is probably the best level in the game. Probably my favorite level too. And it's the one they chose to bring back for Sonic Generations. Which only, I guess that makes sense. It's the most popular. Oh, actually, we have a quick look at here. So this is Angel Island, as it's known as in the Sonic universe. Not this, just this little piece here that I'm on, but rather this entire thing, including the mountain. It's all one giant island that floats in the sky. Thanks to this thing up on the pedestal here, which is the Master Emerald, which Knuckles is the lone sort of guardian of. That's sort of been his story since his inception. And yeah, that's basically the plot of the second film. Knuckles says he's searching for the Master Emerald. He finds it with Eggman, and then Eggman betrays him and uses his powers, and the cycle goes on. And well, for both the adventure games, they kind of just give him the same story, which is the Master Emerald breaks, and you've got to find the pieces to put them back together.
The train headed for Station Square will be departing soon.
I will say that there's one, probably because it's such an early console, load times can be a little slow on the Dreamcast. Some games they're not. You play a game like Dead or Alive 2, it's just bang, bang, next fight, one after the other. Oh, not that door. Like, talk to the building owner. Oh great, I look away for 2 seconds and somehow the shutter breaks. I don't know who did it, but they won't get away with it. I think he's talking about the roller door. Speed Highway. Yes, I was supposed to play this level next. But yeah, this is definitely one of the cool looking levels in the game. Almost looks like something out of like the opening of like Perfect Dark or whatever.
Yeah, the city.
I'm not going to collect that power up. It's kind of useless here. And this is sort of the beginning of Sonic games with unnatural like road and highway scapes. Like none of this makes sense,
Yeah,
but
this is not a drivable road.
there was literally a loop in the opening kind of segment. But it's just one of the things you just gotta like ignore.
Suspend your belief.
This is a video game. Actually, there's another one coming up. I mean, it's all made to look like it's under construction, but no one's gonna be driving this.
You do this.
There's a level in Sonic Adventure 2 that's kind of like basically the sequel to this level, where it's doing the same thing. There's double loops, there's spirals, all sorts of stuff. But another pretty iconic set piece coming up on this next segment here. I'm gonna try to pull up. Okay, cool. You get to this room, it's just this long corridor with just the wind going. You got these trees that they look like they're full-size tree models that have been shrunken down. They kind of have like a bit too much detail to be miniatures. But yeah, so you step out onto this glass panel, and down the building we go. You can't jump here, but I like to try not to do that because it just kind of defies physics.
Yeah.
But so does running down a building.
Well, and even the building itself, look at this.
It's so tall. Like, you can think about how fast Sonic is running. That had to have been the world's tallest building. And then you're just left in this
Mall area.
little shopping center like thing. And you come out, and it's now morning time, I think. They call this segment like at dawn. So it's early morning. And yeah, now you're just running around the city. So this is meant to be like the rest of the city that you're kind of running around in the hub world. And like the cars can hurt you. run into one on purpose. Find one. Oh. Frame rate can get very dodgy here because this is a busy area.
What happened?
Oh,
For the camera.
I died. As Tails just watches on. Sonic. We'll do this segment the fast way. Oh, no, we're not. Yeah, for some reason, when they brought this level back in Generations, they cut this entire end portion of the level out. I guess just to make it a more concise kind of level structure. Actually, I think this is where the level and the hub world kind of connects, because you've got this clock tower thing up here. Whoops, let's go on this. Oh, speed highway. Sometimes his head will jerk about as he's doing that little victory pose thing, because he's trying to... The little enemies that come out of the capsule, it's like one of those capsules from like the classic games after you clear out a zone and beat Eggman. He's... I don't know, they programmed a thing to keep his head tracked onto him. And then I think that's the other side of that clock tower, so I guess the rest of the level's supposed to be behind that. Oh, there's this fellow too that we can, he says something really interesting. Oh wait, can I do this? Next level. Level 8.
The train
I think that's the sky deck.
Will be departing soon.
Which, not my favorite level. Might actually be the only level in the game I kind of despise. We can take this boat out to Eggman's ship that's been shot out of the sky. This funky music kicks in. So usually during gameplay, the times you visit this, it's up in the sky, it's like, it's all dark, you can see the clouds flying by and whatnot, but after you sort of beat a certain point in the game, the ship like kind of blows up and gets put out of the sky. It's just out in the ocean now, so it actually changes the backdrop and everything for you for that. I think... No, how do I get to Sky Deck? I think I have to change the ship. I think it's just here. Go in here. I think that button does it. Or not. Thinking. on the chair. Hit the button and get out. I swear that's how you do it. If it doesn't change the ship, then I'm just gonna move on, because honestly, Skydeck, it's one level that is actually quite buggy. They were trying some things involving like physics and having you run on walls and stuff, and it was not great. We'll go to the second last level, which is one of the cooler ones in the game. As he goes into the wrong door.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
In we get on the minecart. Nice. Oh damn, could have skipped all of that. Should go find Big's house. Camera. I've been in the jungle for months and my wife's in Station Square. I'm so lonely without it. Oh no, that's that. Yeah. I mean, if this thing had walls, I'd want to live in one of these. Oh, I love this part of the song. What do you gotta say? Oh, it's the same guy. You there? I'm close. I actually really like this area in the game, especially because this here is behind it, which just looks so cool. I mean, it looks a little out of place with the whole quality change in the background, the skybox and whatnot. It kind of looks like it's just plastered in there, but I don't know, it's just really cool looking. If you get, whoa. Holy shit. The hell? Oh my god. I didn't know that clip existed. What the hell? Not that it's an important one, you can't do anything with that. I didn't know you can get on the roof of this. Nice. Enough mucking around in here. Oh, it's right there. head in shortly. Oh, this is Knuckles' entrance. Alright, we'll just go for it. Lost World. Not to be confused with the game with the same name, Sonic Lost World. Very different vibes going on here. Bro. It's my boy Leon. Where's he at? Oh, we're about to do it. Get through the section without getting hit. I spoke a little too soon, didn't I? Never in the history of this game have I ever gone through that segment without getting hit. Oh, I've never looked at this background here either. It's just nothing. Textureless. That's strange. Well, I guess the point is you come flying out of there without seeing anything, straight into the next tunnel. Alright, so we're in this level now, and I wouldn't fault you for mistaking this for like a Zelda dungeon or something. It'll make sense when you see what the outside of this level looks like. How I got in here.
Press this switch to raise the water level.
Oh, was I supposed to do that yet? Camera. Maybe not. There's 3 switches I gotta hit. Okay, yeah, no, that was the right thing to do. Right on this. There we go, here's number 1. It's almost Water Temple-esque.
It is.
Just the design of it. But it's an ancient temple, I guess. There's lots of games that have gone for that design and aesthetic. Apart from the first. Oh, surely we can hit this. Camera. That's one thing that hasn't aged amazingly in this is the cameras. Even in the sequel, they didn't quite fix it. We solve some Spirit Temple mirror puzzles. Actually, I am curious as to which game came out first, this or Ocarina of Time. Not saying that one drew any inspirations from the other, they're both very, I know, stuff like this, the inspiration Sonic Team took was from actually visiting different countries and the whole temple thing. It's like their trip was very documented.
They're a month apart. Zelda came out first.
Interesting.
21st November 98. And then 23rd of December, this game came out.
Damn, though, this is almost a full year. Some people had to wait to play this after it released in Japan. Oh my god, giant rock. There's a really cool callback to this map and some of the lore in Sonic Adventure 2. Because, you know, despite it being the sequel, there aren't that many sort of references to the previous game in it. There's maybe 2, maybe 3 things at max that actually make reference to the events of this game. And they're either A, very subtle, or B, just a throwaway line. It's kind of strange.
Sanctuary to all who see
I can skip this.
you're going to be trailed.
Not if we jump the wrong way. Oh goddamn. This is all just to do that. Jump across. Oh, let's go, man. So we were watching a movie this last weekend, and it just like me being Sonic brained, it made me think of it. So Indiana Jones, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Yep. Lion temple in the middle of this giant jungle.
In the middle of the valley.
Which then leads us to, if the camera can get unclipped. This is the final Sonic level of the game, and let's just say the music that plays here is also probably in my top 10. Metal Sonic cameo. They didn't bring him into this game or the sequel. He's just here strictly in cameo only. For whatever reason they decided that. Final Egg, the level's called. This level has a very interesting glitch it's really hard to do. Precisely to the left, outside of this wall here, there's one of those capsules that you stand on to finish the level with. That's just been left there by I guess a map guy. And it's possible, but very, very difficult to land on it and essentially end the level in like 15 seconds. I think I've only seen maybe one person do it. So speedrunners don't even bother to go for it. Oh yeah, this song's a track. No! Double jump to save me! This level's basically like the big Eggman layer with all his mechanical contraptions and whatnot. I think the official name for this song on the soundtrack is called Mechanical Resonance or something. Oh god. Yeah, they went kind of ham on the level design here. The spicier version of the song. Frame was a little dippy just then. Platform. Oh, that was close. I guess this is just a very intense level with the all the background stuff going on here that there's just frame rate tends to dip in and out here. Oh boy. Oh, what the hell? I totally jumped. Well, I pressed the button and nothing happened. Lag may have eaten my actual input. No! It's been a minute. It's probably the most I've ever died on this level, aside from maybe the first time I played it. That jump. Okay, one last jump. He tries his best to keep up. I like that they at least tried to make it a bit like Sonic 2, how you've got Sonic and Tails running. You can like hit him and stuff. The left behind. Okay, this bit of the level here, they've got these dudes who just infinitely respawn. I love doing this. Oh shit, get me out of here. I need to charge up this attack. And then you just let loose on all of them. But they're gonna respawn infinitely, so that's just for fun.
Very sensible.
Have the episode 1 Naboo power room thing.
Episode 1 always makes an appearance, no matter where we go.
Shall we go through here? I think it's here. There's somewhere where if you go off the wall. Maybe it's not here. Doesn't seem to be letting me ramp up this. Unless I got through there. And there's a little secret hidden up in one of these rooms. There's another room of this. I'm not going to bother this time. I'm just going to try to get away from them. I don't know why they put a speed boost power up here, because you're not running anywhere, you're just jumping around. Kind of useless. Here, I guess, maybe, but it's run out. another one of these rooms. Where is it? I wonder. Oh, it's this one. If I spin dash up this. Third time lucky, there we go. There's a little Sonic made out of rings up here. Which it's going to attract me once I get close to it, but
Like, it's your basic shape thing.
this bit here that's coming up confused the hell out of me the first time I played it. I just could not believe what I was seeing. Where is it? Here we go. These things,
Oh,
I got Tails doll vibes from them when I saw them.
yeah.
They're, I don't know, kind of, oh well, kind of creepy looking.
Eggman obviously is put some dummies of the team.
Believe it or not, there is an actual reason why these are created. One of the, actually it's a very short level with one of the other characters. Might check out, just briefly, some other stuff. Ooh. Let go of me. Ow. This is the end of the level. Oh, that was a long 7 minutes.
Yeah, it was only 7 minutes.
For the last level in the game, it does at least up a challenge. Right, way downstairs. So yeah, this room had Metal Sonic. Locked up in one of these. Who does not, he's not a boss in any of the adventure games, so this is his only appearance. And then there's this robotic thing as well, which is just another robot they made. But that's all of Sonic's levels. We'll go back to the menu here. We'll just go to like the level select thing. I'll just briefly touch on a couple other there. Trial. Of course, you can play as all these characters. This is basically, as I'll put it, this is a robot that Eggman creates like this line of 4 robots that'll look like that. And his story arc is that he kind of becomes self-aware and realizes that he's a creation made for evil. And he, quote, has to like free his brothers by setting out and destroying them. And so this is like the first level Eggman sort of testing him or something. Yeah, there's now these dolls everywhere.
That's where the dolls come from.
Yeah. And the story ends with he finally kills the final robot, but he realizes, the robot acts as if it's dead. He walks up to it and it then takes him out as well. So he kills the final robot, but he kind of sacrifices himself. So it's like this weird, kind of deep,
AI sort of.
sad kind of thing. Yeah, it's like he realizes he has to save the other robots and himself by destroying them. But yeah, that was literally his whole first level.
Very Detroit become human. AI becomes self-aware.
And he literally, like, he doesn't come back in any other games. He's killed off for good. I think he's playable in Sonic Shuffle, but that's not canon, if you will.
Select a stage.
This game lets you play as Tails. He's only got 5 levels. That's the thing about the other stories in this game. The amount of levels some of them get is really low. Like Sonic's the only one that has more than 5. And a lot of them are just kind of rehashes of Sonic's, just, mainly for Tails. Speed Highway is the only level that actually feels like they designed it for him. Because you get to actually... you're racing Eggman to a missile that he's attempted to fire and destroy the entire city with. But it doesn't blow, it's a dud. And so you're kind of racing him to get there first to disarm it.
Tails, wait
Yeah, it's cool. You actually get to like run around and fly around his tails.
Fly around everywhere.
It's broken as hell on his earlier levels. Like, I played the Sonic one where it's like a windy kind of green valley looking place. You could literally spend 95% of the level in the air and not actually run through any of it. But yeah, it's cool that he would be playable again in Adventure 2, but they brought back a few different play styles in Adventure 2. There's the Sonic levels, which is like running and jump through each level for Sonic and Shadow. You have Knuckles play style, which is the running around tracking down the emerald pieces. And then the robot wheel just being, they actually brought that back and they gave that gameplay style to Tails and Eggman. They sit in these like big robot mech machines. So you don't get to like run around at all with him in Adventure 2. He's sitting in the mech. Wow. Oh damn!
Whoa.
Oh, I thought I'd missed everything just then. Well, Eggman's kind of getting close. I think, let me see. I have to play at least one big level, Big the Cat. I gotta be honest, the first time that's the voice of Duke Nukem right there, baby.
Select a
The
stage.
first time I played a Big the Cat level, I thought to myself, I'm not beating this game. There's no way I'm gonna be able to do it. We'll go to Emerald Coast. Since it's the beach, it kind of makes sense. He's got one objective. Fish. And fish for a frog. He's got like a froggy friend that's under like mind control or something. So yeah, you're this the big cat, which is a name that is used for a certain someone around these parts. You can at least kill the enemies, but the frog is like out here somewhere. I think the only purpose for this existing is it's kind of like a tech demo for what the Dreamcast could do. Oh, come on. Yes, this way. Also, I just kind of want to hear this music. It's Mario Kart 8 sounding track. It literally sounds like it could be like the title screen music or something. So you've got to just like watch your gauge and just pray the frog doesn't just swim in the opposite direction, because catching some of the bigger fish in this is a nightmare, and you need to do it to be able to like A rank the level and get everything. Come on. Oh god. Oh, you stupid thing.
Put it before.
Yeah, this is like a thing that people often cite when they talk about what they don't like in this game. What? Got away? Nah. Something's fighting. But yeah, I remember when I was doing this save file for 100%, I had to do on these levels. It wasn't fun, but I enjoyed it in a I don't know, a psychotic way or something. Come on. Alright, surely this is it. broke off again.
Well.
We're just gonna... No, not restart. We're just gonna quit the level. We don't need to do that a third time. Basically, to A rank, what it asks you to do, so there's like 3 stages to each level. Oops. There's 3 stages to each level. It's... Stage 1 is like adventure mode, so it's catch the fish. That's what those 3 little icons there are. The second one is like catch a fish that weighs above this, and the last one is catch a fish that weighs above this. And the giant fish in this are just like annoyingly hard to catch.
Okay, let's go.
They'll just swim away freely as you're trying to reel them in. They'll just decide to swim that way. There's nothing you can do about it. Knuckles. Let's do the casino as Knuckles. Just to show what his gameplay style is like, because, you know, Big the Cat, the fishing is annoying, but the fact that every character does sort of have a different gameplay style, I think is something you can appreciate. With Knuckles, you'll see this little radar thing on the bottom is beeping away. It'll do that whenever I get close to a piece I'm looking for. Okay, green. He's like the exploration character. He can climb on the walls and punch things.
Take out the sail.
Yeah, and all these things that are up like above here aren't actually there when you look up in Sonic's level. Well, there's a Knight's advertisement on the screen there. Sonic Adventure. Now on sale. Something. Blurry picture. Sonic Team presents. Knights, there you go. Alright, so where's this piece? Oh, it must be one of these enemies. There we go, so we got one. And you just gotta find 3 hidden throughout each level, basically. Where could this one be? Need to get up. Wait, there's the statue, what it looks like when it's fully complete. Let's get a good shot of that. It's like him doing his little pose. But Knuckles can see this little crack here. He can destroy it. Because of course he can. God, where was that spring to get up here? Some people like the treasure hunting style, some people hate it, because some people it's just a hassle to just run around and look for these things. Oh, there it is in the lion's mouth. One more. I think it's below me here, because there's a... I swear... Oh wait, it's right there. It was staring at me the whole time.
Let's go. Found it.
Yeah, it's basically what you do with Knuckles. And I think Sonic 06 was the last time that basically a wide cast of characters like this were playable in a game. May as well pick Amy, she's the only character I haven't played as yet. And
Select a stage.
Sonic 06 was, you know, it turned out how it did. And I think it shied them away from ever doing it again. until Sonic Frontiers, which is its third update, is going to include the main sort of cast here: Sonic, Knuckles, Amy, and Tails as playable characters again for the first time since then. So that's something we're looking forward to. It's supposed to be coming out this year, actually. Second update drops on, I think, June 23rd for Sonic's
robot
birthday.
that was following you is closing in on you. It'll be over if that robot catches you. You must get away from it no matter what.
Okay, so Amy's level is basically this giant robot is just constantly stalking you because it's, I know, trying to kidnap you, take you to Eggman. But she's so slow that even the speed power-up barely changes your speed at all because her acceleration is just so bad. I don't know if it's the music or like the fact that it's just a weird room with tons of mirrors, but I get like, I don't know, like Silent Hill
Yeah, it's very...
feeling from this. I think it's mainly the song. And because this is that theme park level, so this is like the level diverts off to a separate area for her. Because while characters do run through the same levels, a lot of the time there's unique sections only for them to run through. So, you know, they had a lot of, well, they had a lot of good ideas with this game, and they changed the formula up a fair bit for Adventure 2. It's still a very similar game, everything else wise, but I don't know, I think it's a shame it only lasted 2 games, the Adventure series. I think they had a lot to offer. In vain, 06 kinda is the third Sonic Adventure game, but no one really wants to admit that. And to this day, actually, the head sort of creative guy at Sonic Team, Takashi Iizuka, he still to this day will say they are interested in making Sonic Adventure 3, but honestly I think he's just kind of saying that. And I don't think they're ever going to do it, honestly. It's just one of those things where the expectations would be so high that it could not ever possibly live up to it. Because you leave something dormant for too long, expectations kind of bubble over to an unreachable point. I think maybe that's how some people felt about maybe the Star Wars sequels. But that's a whole nother can of worms.
Yeah, that... I guess that would be the expectation if they're ever turning out to like the Old Republic 3. Maybe when the Battlefront reboot happened as well.
Select a character.
Basic construction.
Okay, let's go.
I guess it'll be that level of expectation when Grand Theft Auto 6 finally launches.
Yeah, that too. I was
That
gonna
has
say.
to be
How to
the...
play as Knuckles.
That has to be like the best game ever made, ever.
I think they delivered with Red Dead 2, which was like amazing for a recent like Rockstar thing. I had to do this. But yeah, like GTA 6, that has to hit.
It's got a... There are people that's gonna have expectations through the stratosphere, and it's gonna be
Select a character.
critiqued harshly. I'm gonna just predict it. It's gonna be critiqued really, really harshly. But yeah, what's your final wrap on Sonic Adventure?
Just got the credits going in the background. Yeah, no, it's. We have done like a top 10 games list, maybe once or twice here on the channel. I think the first time we did it, I put this in the top 5. I had it like at spot 5 or something. It's definitely still like one of my favorite games of all time, but it's probably somewhere past the first 10 now. Sonic Adventure 2, I do think is the better game, but really I kind of like them equally. Yeah, it is a little, what's the word I'm looking for? not unfortunate, but I'll just say that Sonic, the best 3D Sonic games, or the ones that are regarded the best, were the first two, where the rest are kind of mixed reception at best. But it's kind of true. Like, honestly, they nailed it. The whole narrative that Sonic had a rough transition to 3D, which is a quote that has been used about 1 billion times in Sonic reviews, I think that's false. They did not have a rough transition, because this game was fine. It was a hit. This is like multi-million copies sold, especially for it only being on the Dreamcast at the time. And Sonic Adventure 2 was even better, building off what it did. And yeah, it's just an all-time classic game, I think. Obviously, stuff like Mario 64 is remembered a lot more fondly. That's a common comparison people kind of put this game up against. But this game had a lot of ambition, and there's a lot of things they nailed. There are some misses here and there, but yeah.
It's interesting that it's released a month apart from Ocarina of Time. I mean, when you look at Ocarina, it's just got that classic Nintendo 64 look to it, whereas this game, for a month apart, it looks a lot different, and that's just going off the hardware.
Yeah, this is technically like a next-gen game.
And I mean, it's basically, you could probably pass it off as a early PlayStation 2 game.
Well, it got the GameCube port for Sonic Adventure DX, so it's practically that generation.
That generation, man. When you look at that, you look at Ocarina 2, completely different games, and yeah, it's just the difference in the 3D, the difference in the game in itself, and it's just, and the music.
Yeah, the full voice acting, the cutscenes are a bit dodgy. We didn't see any of them when we played here, but there's hadn't quite ironed them out just yet. There's a lot of odd stuff just with the animation, like the facial stuff, just the way the mouths move and stuff is really weird. But it's a big story they went for. They interworked 6 characters' stories into one big thing. So like when you play the game through each character's story, it's basically the same thing but from their perspective. And then after you beat all of them, they all kind of link up together, and you end up with the final story where you go supersonic, as it's showing here. So yeah, it's like,
well, that's video game storytelling that we see these days, like things such as the Man of Median franchise and Alan Wake, were intertwining stories and all leading up to the climax. Detroit Become Human, games like that. But yeah, it was ahead of its time.
Sega Digital Studio.
But the question is for you guys watching at home. What did you guys think of Sonic Adventure? Did you play it? Maybe you owned it back on the Dreamcast, still own it. Did you like the game? Maybe you didn't like the game. Whatever you guys thought, jump into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts as we reach the fin of the episode here for Retro Replay. That's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed our playthrough there of the or the Sonic story, at least, of Sonic Adventure. Don't forget, if you want to catch up with the full game, you can watch the playthrough that we did on Retro Replay 1UP. If you just search on YouTube Retro Replay 1UP, you'll find our expansion pack channel, and the playthrough is available in full over there. Alright, back again next week as we get ready to wrap up Sonic Mania, leading up to the playthrough of the original game itself. So what are we going to be playing the original game on, actually?
Yes, so we don't own a Mega Drive. We don't own the first game on the Mega Drive, and it's been re-released so many times. It's like one of the most re-released video games out there. I don't think we have anything here that it's on. The closest thing that we have is the Mega Drive collection on the PSP, the one that come out in the 2000s. It's somewhere down there. One of the orange cases. I actually have the PS2 version back at the other studio, but we were thinking, it's this is specifically kind of a Sonic themed thing. We do have Sonic Jam on the Sega Saturn, which was a collection of the first 3 Sonic games all in one. It's probably one of the first kind of collections of classic games when you think about it. It's like if Mario All Stars came out on like the 64, but they were all sort of original, like non-enhanced games. They're just playable in their purest form. And so I thought we'll do it on that since, it's a Sega console. One generation away from the Mega Drive, but it's close enough.
Yep, cool. So don't forget to tune in for that next week. But for at least this episode of Retro Replay, that's going to wind it up right there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here on the channel very soon.